Brown Dog Gadgets. Live.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Exactly.
This microphone is a little further away than I remember.
Move it where you want it.
There you go, it's going. Hey everybody, I'm Josh from
those levels
Brown
now.
Dog Gadgets, as you can clearly see from the sign below. Wow. As always, with
Yeah.
me or whoever, because usually Amanda's here, not me.
Sometimes with you.
Pete's over there. He's stuck in
Right.
the Matthew Broderick movie War Games.
The Whopper.
Thanks, Pete.
The Whopper.
Good times. We're here in front of our classic brick wall, not to do stand-up comedy, but instead to talk about MicroBits as part of our wonderful ongoing MicroBit University documentation.
Right.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it.
If you like this and other things that we do, you can always follow us on our social media sites here, where you might be watching this now or in the future. Should do
Sure.
that this way. Go.
You ready?
Okay. I need a wand, Pete, and some glitter coming
We
out
have
of it.
wands. We sell wands.
We do.
We make wands.
You can also find all this documentation as well as materials at browndoggadgets.com. This and every other of at least 50, if not more at this point, MicroBit University projects and guides and code and all the other fun jazz can be found at learn.browndoggadgets.com. Our resources are always free for anyone to look at, with our code, directions, lesson plans, resources, guides, etc. You can find them all there. On that fun note, we're going to switch to the overhead camera.
Yeah. Let's do some overheading.
Hey, overhead. I can't show off my cool Brown Dog Gadget. Here we go, my old Brown Dog Gadget shirt.
Yeah, there
Yay.
you go. I can see it.
There we go. Gotta show off our cool sweaters.
You got it.
Sweatshirts. All right. So today on MicroBit University, we're going to show off a couple of ways you can use a simple 7-segment display. I'm going to actually take this off here so you can see
Yes.
display with a MicroBit. A 7-segment display is a really easy way of displaying numbers and letters quickly and easily from a microcontroller. One of my only issues with the MicroBit, and there are very few nitpicks I have in this world, is that while the MicroBit does have this nice little LED matrix on the front, it's great for displaying numbers 0 through 9. Anything more than that, it has to scroll.
Yeah.
And to do that, it takes time. And if you're somebody who's trying to, say, do an activity with a sensor where data is changing quickly, for instance, a distance sensor, as you move your hand back and forth, you don't want to have to move it and then wait 5 to 10 seconds for the number to display how far away you are. You want that number to change really quickly back and forth. Or a sound sensor, or a temperature sensor, something that is a quick reactive display. It just makes it really easy. I love the MicroBit display for some things. This is really handy for anything that's data driven or heavy number driven. Anything where the numbers are changing more frequently than once every 10 seconds. I'm going to put this little guy back, this little diffuser back on top. It'll make it easier to see on camera.
We think.
We'll find out here. Usually it makes it much easier to see. So we're going to go through different ways of using this, as well as the code and diagrams on how to make this all work. Again, all these guides and resources are available on our website. We're using our Bitboard, which is our own product that we make and sell. This is a breakout board for MicroBit. We've got it plugged in with our wonderfully labeled and color coordinated Crazy Circuits ribbon cable.
True.
Because you need 4 pins, 2 data, positive and ground, plugged into here. And this is just a breakout board. So any other breakout board you might have that has input and output pins on it, you could probably use a simple 7-segment display like this with it. Something we have as well. So I'm going to grab the first MicroBit out of our MicroBit caddy here,
Yeah.
which is a great 3D printed thing that Pete will eventually put on our website.
Yeah, when I get a moment.
I know Pete. Pete is working really hard on MicroBit University. It is a gigantic ongoing project that he is always working on amongst his many other tasks here at Brown Dog. So, there you go. That looks pretty good. I wonder if it would look good with...
Let me try.
Nope, you can't see it. Oh.
Uh,
This little diffuser works better. It's just on camera.
I can adjust the shutter speed. Hold on. Should be able to. Oh, hold on.
There you go.
A little bright, but
It is.
I can knock that down.
Trying to get our
That'll work.
little 4K webcam up here to play nicely with
I
that.
didn't get a chance to try ahead of time, but this'll work. Right?
With a naked eye, it looks fine all the time. So this is a 4-digit 7-segment display. This is a very common 7-segment display. You can find many, many, many places. We have it on our own website. It comes in some of our kits, but you can also find it elsewhere. There's nothing proprietary or fancy about that. That's why we love using simple ribbon cables and simple parts with a MicroBit. Proprietary things are kind of lame when it comes to simple electronics. So Pete, tell us what this first batch of code is up to.
Let me join you here, Josh. Hey there.
Hey, it's a Pete.
Let's see, we've got that right there. Okay, cool.
Looks so swell.
And Josh, look at this. We are on chapter 30.
I know, and there's like 4 things in each chapter.
Well, this one has 6. A couple.
I noticed the number of microbits over here was a little high.
A few have like 2 or 3. Most have 4. Every now and then we do 5 or 6.
In case you've not seen this before, MicroBit University is basically us filling the request of so many educators and students who say, hey, I have these 2 things, how do they work together? And there's a good chance, like if you have standard parts, which our kits have very common parts, just our own little mix on them, how do I make this work with that? There's a guide or a couple examples. How do you make a potentiometer work with some LEDs? There are guides. All that fun jazz and whatnot. So there are so many. Pete and Amanda have done so well. I know, and Andrew Wallace, 4384.
Yeah.
This was a request as well. We've color coordinated the pins on our bit board with our ribbon cable and then labeled each side as well because that's obnoxious, or if you're colorblind like myself, somewhat torturous.
Indeed. So Josh, this is our first example. It's called Count. And like you said, we've got these diagrams for each one. Shows you how to wire it up.
I'm guessing, Pete, it counts to 3?
This one does. Let's take a look.
Based on what it's doing, I assume.
This code here.
So this is just displaying simple text in the on here and counting to 3.
Right.
And so this is the code, which is available to download and use and look at if you want to do this. On the left, Pete has the setup for the 7-segment display, and he's going to go over how that works. Pete.
Yeah, so there is a extension that you can add for this, and it gives you all these capabilities you see here. That TM1637, I think that's the control chip, or
yes, it is
used with the display, right?
As one who buys these things, yes, that is the
right.
the like model of the control chip, in which they're typically labeled as that when you search for them online.
So you set it up with these the clock and data in out. We've connected those 2 pins. Intensity can go from I think 0 to 7, so there's 8 levels, and I believe 0 is actually just super dim. We'll see that in another one. It's not actually off, it's still on, so there is a way to turn it off. And then LED count, because you said these can come in any sort of length or number, this has 4 digits, so LED count is 4.
So show number 1, pause for 1 second.
Wait, yep.
Show digit 2, pause. Then
Yep. After the 3rd one, we're going to pause. Then we're going to do a clear. So a clear will wipe it. And that's important because if you're replacing, we'll get into it a bit later, but because we're replacing the whole thing, like the whole, all 4 segments, you don't need to do a clear here. But when you do the clear, you see it kind of wipes it. Turns everything not off, but it clears it. And there's a difference between turning it on and off and clearing it. And that's why we have so many examples. We'll go through kind of all of those. But
now, Pete, I have a quick question for you, because this would be a question I know I would have right off the bat. The TM1637 chunk of code.
Yeah.
Where is that within Microsoft MakeCode? Because when you first go into Microsoft MakeCode, that's not hanging out there.
As I mentioned, extensions.
Extensions.
So if you click on extensions, TM16, I gotta type, don't I? Here we go. TM1637. Hey, look, it's right there.
There you go.
So when you click on that, it'll load it in here. It's already loaded, but
somebody did the hard work of making extensions for this stuff, which is why I love the community out there writing this stuff for Microsoft MakeCode. That's just import in. You don't need to do any super crazy hard work. It's very easy for you or students to load into Microsoft MakeCode.
And the nice thing about us giving this example is it's already preloaded. So like if you started a brand new program, you would have to go and load it. But if you use this one, it's already got it loaded in. So A little easier.
Perfect.
That way too.
This is a good way of just showing simple numbers on here. You want to show a
Yeah.
number amount.
And Josh, one fun thing, when we did our counting with the LED matrix, we found out we were doing this 1 second pause between each one, but it was taking longer than a second, because when you display a number on the MicroBit, it adds in its own delay, because it knows that if you don't add one, you won't see it. It'll flash so fast and flash to something else. So it's one of those things where they tried to protect people who don't know how to do that by adding it in, but it threw me off because I always assume you have to do that. So, but now we know. Now we know. Thanks to Mike. I think Mike pointed that out. And then I read about it. Okay, that is that one.
All right, so I'm going to unplug this little guy
Yeah.
and plug the next one in.
Let's go to
I'm going to toss it.
the second one.
Should toss it with the glass breaking sound effect.
There's a dog under the table. Don't toss.
He's being a very good dog under the
I
table today.
don't know if I have a glass breaking sound yet.
Probably should.
I should
Do the old Letterman throwing a card.
throwing that Amanda does, yeah. Okay.
Look at this. Not just
Look
one
at
digit,
this.
but many digits.
Right. So you can set where the digit appears. So of course it's going to be numbered starting with 0. So there's 4 digits. So we do 0, 1, 2, 3 slots, right? Those are the slot numbers. So as you can see, we're showing 1 in that first slot, 2 in the second, third, and then 4. And you'll notice we don't clear it till the end. So as we fill each slot, it's not wiping it between. It only clears it when we tell it to clear it at the end. So you get this kind of cumulative where it's lighting them up and then turns them all off with the clear. And I think, I'm trying to remember, Josh, I think when we did didn't we do like temperature and humidity, and we did it, maybe we just toggled between.
We did.
This kind of thing where like if you were doing a 2-player game and had like points, you could put one person's points on the left side and one person's on the right, and kind of have them showing up as a scoreboard, as it were.
Or you could, you could do, and you can display letters too on here. That'd be like,
no letters.
Oh no, that's right. Oh,
This
MicroBit
does
doesn't do
not
letters.
support. Yeah, the library
bad.
doesn't support letters.
For Arduino, we could do letters.
There's different libraries to individually turn on things, but I haven't seen that.
My bad.
In this one,
Because the temperature humidity, we had like T, and then we had the temperature
right.
with a Fahrenheit or Celsius after it, then humidity, so you could tell which one it was.
we need a better library for that, better extension, as they're called.
You know what? This works well for our own needs.
It does. It's great for
one thing.
showing numbers. It's simple, and you can get it. You can do a few extra things, which again we'll walk through some of those things.
Perfect. So that's really handy. Ugh.
Okay, that was the position 1, as I called it. Next one is it's called blink. Everybody loves a good blink, right?
You know what? Yes.
Okay, good. Oop, scared of that. Oh, it's
I should probably plug this in too, huh? Try turning it on and off again.
Mike's got more useful.
Cut the blue. Mike, I was going to make a comment about like being able to count down for like Halloween costumes or props, but I don't know if that's appropriate these days on the YouTubes. A wild Mike Cotterman has appeared.
Right. So Josh, over in our start this time, we've added something called the count, a variable called. Yes, I know. We set it to 1, 2, 3. And as you can see here, we do our count, and then we do this little loop, and this is where we do our turn off, turn on. You can see it does that blinking effect. Now, turn off is different from clear. Clear clears out whatever's in there. Turn off just turns off the brightness. It still has that thing it's showing, but it turns it off and then back on. So it's basically like, a little light switch. So this would be fun if you need to like get someone's attention, or like you win a game and it's a scoreboard at the end, it could blink. So I figured I'd just show that little blink thing in there, and then it clears it after it does the blink. So that's where it blinks it out, right? Fun little thing there.
Pete, that is surprisingly fun.
I had fun.
You know what? I can tell.
Okay, what are we on? Number D.
Number D, I
Letter 4.
don't think that's the way it works.
It's a digit. I don't know. Okay, this one is called, what do we call this one? Moving. Okay.
1.
So when Amanda was looking at these, she said, hold on, isn't the one for B and the one for D the same thing? I said, no, it's not the same. So this time we're calling a clear after each digit. So that's why it's not just filling in, it's showing one and then clearing it, showing the second one, and again, moving them in those slots. So it's very similar to example B, except it's got these clears after each digit is shown. So it kind of looks like it's moving across. Could do a countdown or count up or something. That's the count. Okay, any questions on this one, Josh? That makes sense to you?
No, not on this one, Pete.
Not on this one.
I will stay on track.
Okay.
No tangents.
What are we on now? E. Ooh, segment intensity, which that'd be a good name for a movie. Segment intensity.
Who would be in that movie, Pete?
Some action person. I don't know.
I think like more drama person, like somebody who could do like hard-boiled drama, like a younger Robert Redford.
Hold on, Mike. There you go. Fantastic display.
It is
Thanks.
fantastic.
It is. It is. Okay,
Maybe
over here.
Maybe a Pedro Pascal.
Ooh, he'd be good. What is Mike
Gravitas.
saying? Mike. Oh, he's got the count. Vampire guy.
There's always a delay between, I imagine, what he sees and then what we're doing.
Well, we're simulcasting across the globe, the internet, and the world, and the universe. So
I think there's like a 30-second minute delay between what we do,
at least,
and what people are seeing. So if there's a comment, it comes well after we've said it.
A lot of times, Amanda and I say, well, 30 seconds we'll hear from Mike, and then he'll have anyway. So our on start this time we're doing. Look at this. Set intense value.
That's very dramatic. Like it's fading in.
Right. So we're doing this repeat 7 times, and we're changing our intensity 1 each time around. So we start at 0, and we're going to repeat this 7 times. So we're going to end up with 7? Like I said, there's 0 to 8. Uh-oh. Yeah, it goes around the whole globe, I think, before it gets to Mike. So yeah, we just want to show how you can change that intensity. We lost our filter. Is it because you were laughing?
I did. I had a chuckle.
Okay, so yeah, that cool fade up effect, right? So fade needs a beep. Oh well, yeah, right. Obviously, and then you cut that blue wire. We don't have a blue wire though on the. Josh can't see blue wires, I think. So.
I can. That's the thing. Blue wires I can see. What's with that, man?
I don't know.
We got red, we got black, we got 2 other colors.
Mm-hmm.
What are those other colors, Pete?
Well, there's black, then red, then yellow, then orange.
There we go.
Yeah. So,
those are colors I can distinguish between.
Yeah. Anyway, you could show a different. This shows all the brightnesses, basically the intensity as it's called, and shows a nice little fade up effect you could do. So. That's that one.
Oh, you can see that with the filter off. Not very well, but
yeah, it's just a little more difficult on camera.
We'll put this little filtery dude back. There you go, little buddy.
I mean, I don't know about you, Josh, but most of the clock radios I have at home they have that sort of reddish filter in front of the. Do you not have those? I still have those.
No, Pete. My clock radio is a flip clock.
Oh yeah, you got the
flip.
Mine's a flip dot sign that's 8 feet long, and it just takes up the whole room. I don't know. It's noisy too. Oh no, I'm afraid to ask. It's probably Gremlins.
I think most likely it's Die Hard.
No, it's probably Gremlins.
Gremlins is a great Christmas movie.
Oh, I know. Merry Christmas. Okay, so that was that code. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
See, I knew Die Hard. It's got the...
Okay. All right. Cool.
This is what happens when you let Pete and I do a live stream without.
All right. What are we on? We're on example number F.
You really outdid yourself this week, Pete.
Well, it's like I got on a roll, and sometimes you can't leave it. You wanna kind of expand a little bit on what you're explaining. So.
All
So
right.
this one, obviously, hey, we got functions. in
Delete
there.
Mike
Why
from
not?
there. There you
Delete
go.
Mike. Yeah, it goes away after like
All right.
20 seconds.
I never watch our live streams.
No, I know.
I'm
It's a
just
shame. Anyway, let me jam all this together. So yeah, we've got two fun functions here. Fun functions. Again, this looks like it just did in the last one. In our forever, this time we've separated our fade up and fade down into two different functions, so we can call them. So if we look, we're going to do a fade up on 1, 2, 3, 4. So this looks just like that previous loop we had. And then we're going to do a fade down. It's going to come over here. It's going to do it in reverse because we are going to start with 7 and then change it by -1 each time around. Instead of starting at 0, changing it by 1. So instead of going 0 to 7, we go 7 to probably 0. Let's see.
Going from 7 to 11.
I don't know that we can do it. 777. Oh, yeah. You want to do the theme song, Josh? Do you have I don't know.
I don't want to get sued.
Not if you get sued. Now, one thing to mention here, these functions are almost the same, except for obviously the values there. But at the end of the fade down, we have this clear, because I think I mentioned if you set the intensity to 0, it's not actually like black, it's not off, it's just very, very dimly lit. So if we didn't have this clear here, it would show the numbers super dim but not totally off. So we had that clear right there to completely shut it off. So you can see how that fades down to black, and this one fades up and then clears. So anyway, some functions in there: fade up, fade down. You feed it a number, does a thing with the number.
You feed it a number, Pete. It's just munching those numbers.
Well, that's functions. You got to
number
or
muncher.
you pass a parameter, as we say in the programming den down the aisle.
Do you pass on the left-hand side? I don't know.
You just pass the parameter to the function calls and whatnot. I don't know what that's what we call them. They're functions.
This is the week of the nuts
Nice
and bolts
functions, yeah.
of the 7-segment display.
Nuts and bolts.
The big thing I'm looking forward to, which we've been building up to this for so long, is we're about ready to get into the various sensors, both external and internal sensors of the MicroBit, that are really fun to play with. And to show those off, we need this bad boy doing his thing and being able to show fun things. So we have so many activities and projects we've done over the year that uses this to show data. We've done like a hot drink checker was a great one. Dropping a temperature probe into a mug, taking a temperature, showing it on a 7-segment display, coming back up, let you know when your drink was appropriately cold. It's a good one. Our distance sensor is always my favorite one to do with kids because it's very reactive and very kinesthetic. You move your hand back and forth, you can get it to show how many centimeters away you are. But we just get all this great data from the MicroBit we'll show off instantaneously. So if you're using, say, a temperature probe for an experiment, kids, let's build our own thermometer with a MicroBit, stick it into the reactive solution or area you want to get the data from. You can see like really quick feedback for there. Like baking soda vinegar, it gets really cold.
Delicious.
Good experiment to do. So stick a temperature probe in there. You can actually watch how quickly it gets cold right away as a reaction happens. But you need that quick data change from this as opposed to the slow data change from the built-in display. And that's what makes it fun. It's really easy, and these are really, really, really cheap. I think we have them for like $350 on our website, which is a pretty common price everywhere. And then a ribbon cable to what you need. I suppose, Pete, you could also go from pin headers to alligator clips onto a raw MicroBit.
No.
No? Could
I
you
mean,
go,
if
could
you
you go
can
to, like,
get your alligator, you mean get alligator clips onto those pins on the
Onto here.
display?
There's some companies I know out there that sell it's pin headers on one side, alligator clips on the other. So you could go into 0, 1, 3 volt ground.
Yeah.
And then that would be an easy way of connecting a raw MicroBit without anything else.
I don't know
But
why
you have to buy
you
those
bother.
cables.
If you have a bitboard, why would you bother?
Well, if someone doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, our bitboard is pretty darn cool with all the things it does, and
Yes.
it'd be awesome for having one. But if there's several ways to get stuff over there.
Josh, we didn't mention that we have some cool, funky plastic thing holding our.
Oh.
Do you want to slide it out of there?
Oh my gosh, I love all the cool 3D printed things you have.
So I think in the past we've always taken like rubber bands or tape and attached things to it and just stuck it down to the baseboard. Yeah, there's a you just gotta pull the jaws apart. There you go.
Feed me, Pete.
You can, yes, of course. You can find the files to print your own at any size. We have all sorts of preset sizes. You add a rubber band, throw some Lego on the bottom, and you got this nice little holder.
This is what it looks like on the bottom.
Yeah, so it'll hold pretty much any sort of like PCB.
It is, yeah, PCB sized. We've got a couple different versions of this, I believe. And the bottom is brick compatible.
Yeah, that method works well. You just stick some bricks on there, just because putting it down the base plate can be a little tricky.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
On a couple of smaller, like 2x4 or 2x2 bricks, much better. And then you can go from there to this, easy peasy.
Yeah.
I like being able to mount things. Makes things a little more efficient. And these are really easy to 3D print out on any 3D printer and use a wide variety of circuit board. There's little there's spacers.
There's basically four parts there, and there's instructions for like if you want to make your own any size. But I think we have a whole bunch of different sizes, right? For
We have a couple.
all sorts of stuff.
You made these ages ago.
Yeah, like there's so like whatever, we made some to hold other things as well, but you can customize them if needed.
We've used this. There's like a little inexpensive couple of like a relay we've used with this before.
Colder.
There's a ton of really like little circuit board sensors and whatnot and attachments. Oh, temperature humidity sensor. The OLED display we did too. Mm-hmm. That's another common part you can find that we'll eventually go over in MicroBit University at the very end. We have a few parts that we don't sell, but we have used for things, and here's a little information on it.
Yeah.
But similar thing, like here's a little display, then a little PCB. Here's how just a good way of mounting it somewhere. Because there's like, was it M2 size screw holes on that probably? There's always little screw holes, or M1. Like they're so small. Like
I use 2.5. No,
Yeah.
I may use 2 on those. Yeah.
you can't really use it for like screwing anything in there, but you can like was it like a solid core wire through there for a twist tie approach works okay-ish, but it's not great.
But yeah, how on Lego you attach?
Yeah, on
it?
Lego.
It's
The thumbstick is another one that works really well.
Yeah.
We've used that for making a entirely Lego based game controller.
Yeah. This one, Josh has some special cutouts here. I think a couple of them have that to kind of clamp around a weird shaped object.
Yeah, that's right, because it's got a little bulbousness to it.
It does have some bulbousness. But yeah, there's a whole big guide here explaining. I think we had an older version where it just kind of slid in, and this clamped version with a rubber band worked.
That works way better.
So,
it can accommodate a wide variety of components. So if you go to Amazon and buy a random component or have parts from like an older kit or something, you have an old Arduino kit and want to use some of those parts with a MicroBit or another project, there you go. Or use your Arduino on a Lego.
Nice guide. I like that one.
That's a good picture, Pete. That black acrylic behind there really gives a nice little reflection. But these are easy to print off.
Yeah.
We use Bamboo Lab printers now, but I believe we printed these off of our old Creality machines years ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much.
There's no super tight tolerances. You just gotta be able to make sure these slide, and I think we've got enough wiggle room. And Josh, these came from, I saw a guy years ago did a version that was just to hold PCBs like for soldering.
Oh yeah.
And he had a large version, and I was like, he had a rubber band idea with the jaws. And I thought that was great, so I just kind of adapted it.
In our warehouse, in our soldering station, we actually have like a big clampy version that sits upright, which is very similar. Mm-hmm. But I think it's you tighten, you put it together, then there's a little
Panavice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handy. This is just nice. Makes projects look nicer too.
Yeah.
It really
Lego,
does.
Rubber band 3D printed parts. It's easier than trying to rubber band it to a Lego and stick it down or tape it down.
Oh, foam taping things just kills it.
Yeah,
We
that's
have
permanent.
the MP3 modules in the top left corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Got a relay there.
those little slots
We use
as
relays
well.
occasionally. We'll show off relays eventually in MicroBit University because we have a couple things. But just any old random part you have. I mean, this is easy and quick. Good old 3D printers needing a custom mount for something. 3D printed.
That's great.
And Pete documented the heck out of this too. So if somebody wants to mix and match things up,
Totally.
please remix them for your own purposes.
Yeah.
That's why I have all the files up there. So are we doing another week of 7-segment
Yeah.
understanding
We'll
next week, or are we jumping
do-
into sensors?
No, we'll do a single button because there's a few more things we can show
that's
you
right.
with that. Specifically, how to interact a button with. Anyway, and after that, we'll do a potentiometer.
Are you going to do the timer countdown, Pete?
What's the timer countdown?
Don't we use a 7-segment in our quiz game system to count down at all? No, we don't use a 7-segment in the quiz
I
game,
think
do we?
just beep.
It just beeps. My bad.
Yeah, because it
There's an old
shows
version.
the LED matrix shows the team that buzzed in.
No, it's the reaction game.
No, reaction.
I'm thinking reaction game. LED goes back and forth. You have to press a button when it gets onto the red LED. If you get it right, it goes up a point. You get it wrong, it goes down a point. And every time you press the button, it gets faster and faster until it gets so fast there's no possible way you can do it. You get 20 points, you win. That's a good example of like displaying a number more than one digit quickly and reactively. That's a good. I think of good examples we have. That's not a sensor output. That's the one. My bad.
Josh, I think we could also do a reaction game with the 7-segment display as the as the LEDs.
Now, one last question
Or the
before
NeoPixel.
we head out, Pete.
Oh, okay.
Can I, as a user, hook up 2 7-segments to display 2 different sets of info?
Sure thing, Josh.
I was just curious if that's a possibility or not, because I'm sure this is a
because
question
you just
somebody will have.
Set your blah blah. Let's jump here. You just need to use more pins, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're using pins that conflict with the LED matrix, you'll have to obviously turn that off. We didn't in this one because we're just using 0 and
The pins we have on the back of here, all these pins, we got here, I always forget, 1, 0, 15, 14, 13, and there's also 16 over here too. All the pins we have on our breakout area in the back are all pins that are not do not interact with the LED matrix or the 2 push buttons on front.
Yeah.
We specifically chose those that there be no interferences ever with stuff. I know sometimes there's a few companies who make breakout boards where they have every single pin broken out in the back, which can then, if you're like, well, I'm using this pin, but it's also the same pin as the push button, or it's one of the things we chose.
5 and 11 are the buttons A and B, so like you can't really use those for output to like an LED. It's all funky and yeah.
So we have thought this out really well.
A little bit, sure.
And also we have now, Pete. We're running this again. We're one last minute here. We're running these off 3.3 volts. I do know from being the parts person around here that these will run from 3.3 to 5 volts of power. They run perfectly fine off 3.3, 3 to 5. We've run off 3 volts before on our older version of the Bitboard that only put out 3 volts. It'll actually even go down, I want to say, like to 2.5 volts. It'll still run just fine because it's red LEDs. They don't need a high amount. Doesn't need a bunch on there. It doesn't affect it at all.
Yeah.
So it does operate on a wide voltage range. So if you are using it just off, just connecting directly to a MicroBit with alligator clips or something else, you can run it off the 3 volts off of here. You can power it externally.
Right.
There's a lot of things you can do. But these are just really nice, little handy little components that I wish more people would show how to use, because 7-segment displays have been around for a very long time. I think most people saw them late 70s into 1980. We had when the clock radios, LED clock radios popped up.
As I said, yeah.
That's what everyone had at their home. They're great. They're simple. They're easy to use, and the libraries are available for MicroBit that are very simple to implement in a classroom setting. So, and also they're so cheap as well. Might as well use them for things.
Yeah, Josh, when I was a kid, at some point I upgraded. I had a flip clock and switched to it, and I'm like, oh, I wish I still had that.
Flip clock is cool, man.
Super cool,
Yeah, Pete,
man.
you could just 3D print yourself your own flip clock, which is our crazy projects people are doing online these days, which seems like a lot of work. They actually are modern day flip clocks you can purchase new from companies.
Right.
They've come back around again. Everyone loves a good flip, Pete. Flip.
Click.
Flip.
Click each minute.
I know, it's
keep you awake. at
great.
night.
I'm sure Mike has one last comment before we leave. Flip phone. Yeah, probably. The Motorola Razr you probably had.
It was LED and not. Wait, was it LED, not LCD? Remember
Should have been
LCDs?
LCD.
LCD.
They're all LCD.
Josh, I actually just got a new heating pad, and the control thing it has an LCD, but it also has an LED that lights up so you can read it. I know.
We live in a very magical age, Pete. Of which?
It's pretty weird.
Oh, Mike is like our favorite.
Oh, yeah. Calculators with LCDs. And you squish it, you push on it, it gets all funky. The liquid crystals.
Or Pete, you want to go crazy? You go with Fluoroscan, which was before liquid crystal.
I don't even know what that one is.
Oh, it's the old Pioneer stereos had them in the late 70s. They were the blue displays. It's actually it's more akin to thanks, Pete, to neon. It's actually it's a gas that is excited by electronic current. Wow. And so it does wear out over time.
We've lost the audience now.
I know. I love those fun old technologies. On that fun note, let's end this horrible ordeal and just be like, hey, thanks everyone for stopping by. I'm Josh from BrownDogGadgets.com. If you want to check out all these resources that are actually for kids and people and whatnot, please go to learn.browndoggadgets.com. Follow us on social media if you want. You can join one of the dozens of people who enjoy us. Oh, Pete, we've hit that moment where we're just hitting buttons, aren't you? Pete's hitting all the buttons. Yeah. We'll be back next week, and by we I mean Pete and Amanda, because I won't be here. I fill in. And Amanda will go over more fun 7-statement goodness, and then I think when we come back in the new year, we'll start doing all the fun sensory goodness. That will be literally every possible sensor you can get, like off-the-shelf sensor working with a MicroBit. Your common ones for microcontrollers and whatnot, not everything, but all your fun common ones that you'll find, and a few other weird oddball ones, as well as of course the ones that are kits and the ones that are built in. So Pete, maybe get a gas sensor. You get a CO2 sensor.
That'd be cool. I just saw one somewhere, like in an email I got.
We actually might have one sitting in our parts store from like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Methane. There's the alcohol sensors as well, which are pretty fun. That would be a fun afternoon for everybody.
I saw some guide, or maybe someone has a new part, and it's like, hey, don't smell that potentially rotten milk. Use this sensor. I'm like, does that really work?
Yes.
For milk? Oh, God.
I don't know. There's a lot of fun, interesting, weird little cheapo sensors out there. They're pretty fun. But we'll go through the useful ones for classroom purposes. On that fun note, I love Maker Tape too, Pete. Goodbye. Have a great afternoon, and stay warm out there, and depending on where you are.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media @BrownDogGadgets. We'll see you next time.